President Donald Trump has strongly defended the killing of Iran's top military general in Iraq. In a further escalation of tensions, he called Qasem Soleimani a monster. Joining me live now is one of our CNN correspondents. Thank you for your time. Now, can you tell us, Nadia Romero, sorry, it wasn't in my auto cue there, but thank you for joining us. Can you tell us about this latest development? This is really quite an extraordinary escalation.
Yeah, Annalise, we are just learning, and it's been confirmed, reports of 10 rockets hitting a U.S. airbase in Iraq, and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is taking credit, taking responsibility for that attack. So we know that military families here in the U.S. have been concerned really since this weekend when more than 3,000 troops were headed to the Middle East, headed towards Iraq right now to be there in case something like this were to happen. So we have so many families here that are worried about their loved ones. We don't have reports of deaths or injuries or destruction at this time, so we're still working to get more information. We do know that this is one of the largest U.S. bases in the Middle East. Mike Pence was there just 2 years ago, or just 2 months ago. President Donald Trump was there in December 2018, wishing the troops there a Merry Christmas. He was there around the holiday season. So this is a place where you have seen very important, high-ranking U.S. officials in Iraq. So this was a place that people were concerned about after the killing of Soleimani. So the White House tells us that the president has been briefed, that he knows about this attack, and that he's now in meetings with his top national security advisors.
Now, we've had one U.S. expert on this morning saying that presidents make wars, Congress declares them. Just how seriously is this being felt in the United States? Are there concerns that we are facing another war?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have had, the U.S. and Iran have had ill dealings since really the 1970s. So this has been going on for decades. The president says that there was an imminent danger, that Soleimani was planning an attack that would kill Americans within days. So they had to act urgently, and it turned into an emergency, and that's why that airstrike was ordered. The Secretary of Defense, Mark Esper, echoed those same sentiments today in a press conference, both saying that this was necessary to save U.S. lives. The question now from members of Congress is what happens next? What led up to deciding that that attack needed to happen, that airstrike against Soleimani, and now what happens? Iranian leaders have been very clear and concise in saying that what the U.S. did was an act of terror, an act of war, and that there would be retaliation, and not just one incident, but many incidents over a period of time. So we're still getting more information now about those airstrikes, 10 rockets hitting a U.S. airbase there in Iraq. And we know that many of our leaders in the Pentagon and the Department of Defense were sent home early today because here in Washington, D.C., there was supposed to be a snowstorm, a weather emergency. So many of those people are not in the office right now. I'm sure they're being called back. The president, though, has been briefed, and we're working to find more information about exactly what's happening in Iraq right now.